waiting for your cue. You're waiting for my cue. The lights are up. That means we're going live. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. We're live. Welcome. This is our Connections and Cocktails event, and I'm your host. I'm Jennifer Ty, the founder of the Green Room Social Club. And we opened our doors. I had this concept to open the doors to nonprofits to learn more about what they do and how they affect the many aspects of our lives in El Dorado County. So we've had a few different nonprofits come through, and what we do is we have the representatives come up here on stage and walk through a few questions, just find out a little bit more about who they are and what they do, and a little bit more beyond that during our conversation. If you did not see at the front, there is some information. You can find out more about our nonprofits that are represented today up at the front and talk to the representatives there. And if you're live online, you can take a listen, and we'll be referencing the Facebooks and the websites and more information on the nonprofits that we've chosen this evening to represent. And with that, I would love to invite we have two representatives tonight from two different nonprofits that are similar. So we got a bonus, which is really cool. So we have Sylvia Puthuff and Sean Cahill, and I hope I didn't massacre those names. Welcome. Come all the way around the front. Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, sure. You might want to move that over to have more natural. There you go. All right. Get settled. There's some water here if you guys need it.
Thank you.
So we have two nonprofits. Sylvia is with Active 2030 Club, Goldrush number 1023. 1034. Good Lord. Okay, but I am going to get it on this one because it's Active 2030 Hangtown 23. 43. Jeez, no, you're kidding.
Too many numbers.
Okay, I've done it every single time I've said it. So you're going to help us understand what the heck is the difference. How did you guys come about? We'll start with who are you and which nonprofit do you each represent?
So my name is Sylvia Puthuff, and I represent the Active 2030 Goldrush 1034 group. Lots of numbers.
So many numbers.
All the goods. And you know what? We all trip up over them.
But I did tag them properly on Facebook today. Active 2030 Club. Goldrush. 1034. So you guys can look it up on Facebook and go like their page.
And all the numbers represent the different chapters. So we are part of a global organization. I don't want to give too much away. I'll let Sean.
So 1023, and then we have number 43 over here.
Our club started in 1928. The organization itself started in 1922. So we've been around for quite a while, but we're already a national organization with chapters in 7 other different countries, I do believe, between U.S., Canada, Central and South America. We set up fundraisers and events for the underserved youth in the communities.
So, thank you. Mm-hmm. That was really good.
No
so the Active 2030 number 43 has been around since 1928?
Yes. We're one of the oldest chapters.
Hangtown.
Yes, Hangtown.
That's insane. How many members have you guys how many do you have now?
Right now, I think we have about a dozen, and then we have 3 prospects in the works.
And what's your goal?
Our goal is, like I said, to help,
No, how many members? How many members? Are you looking to grow your membership?
We're always looking for more members, always, right? I mean, as many as we can get is always great. We always need the manpower and the help, and it's great to be part of the community and help others in need.
Thank you. And then you have 1,034. Jeez, I'm never going to get it. 34. So that's the women's chapter.
Yeah. The women's chapter started in 1999. It was a little bit later. The whole history of women's chapters, especially in this area, was the wives started this chapter, the wives of the Hangtown men, and carrying that baton of not only supporting each other because we are part of the same organization, but divulging, deep into what community needs we can both divide and conquer with, which has been, such a blessing to be able to have things to help the men with, vice versa, and get our names out into the community, which has been, personally my goal this year as president.
And how many members does the women's chapter have?
We are rocking a solid, strong 10 with one prospect here in the making. So,
all right.
Again, the more the merrier. This is, it's strength in numbers. And we do have a membership fee. That membership fee goes right back into national, goes right back into your local chapter, which in turn goes right back into the community. It's all, people all the time, they ask us, where is this money going? Where is this donation going? Where is this, and, we can talk about it a little bit later, but we have direct lines of contact with schools, local CASA, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, everything local.
So, and CASA is court-appointed special advocates, for those of you out there who don't know what that is, who help youth children who are in the court system. So I just got the word that we need to speak closer to the microphone so that the folks out there can hear us. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're 10 members, 12 members strong. You've mentioned some things that you do, but really specifically, we all think of the 2030 Club and think of the tacos at the fair. So that's like one, you've been around for so long, that's probably why we all know this. Everyone knows the fair at the fairgrounds and the tacos, right?
Yeah.
So that's, I know, one big event that you need volunteers for.
Always.
I think I've heard of a softball game, maybe?
Yeah, so we've been doing these. This year's actually our 33rd year with the Swing for Kids, and we host a softball tournament down at Lions Field every year. We've been doing that for quite some time now, and we could always use volunteers, sponsorships. If you guys have teams you want to sign up, definitely let us know. We'd love to get you on the roster.
And when does that happen?
That happens the September, second week of September.
Is it on your website?
It is on the website.
Okay, so it's on the website.
I believe it's the second weekend of September. I'm sorry.
I've heard of some like amazing sluggers in the field. So is it like a serious thing or more of a fun
thing?
I mean, it is a tournament.
It's a tournament. It's serious. It's serious, folks. So have the women come up with their own event, the women's chapter? Have you come up with like your signature thing that you do?
We have a lot of different ideas, and being a supportive group, we try our best to keep those events going that our signatures are. And people come up to us all the time. Ninja Warrior is one of our biggest ones that comes up every summer.
Where is that one held?
That one is at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
This year, though, we are definitely thinking about bringing back Unicorn Dash, which is also another big one for the community. Super fun. Kids get to dress up as unicorns. Parents just get super involved. And with all chapters really being as though we give back to the underserved youth, they're all family friendly. They're all a good time. So signatures, yes. Whether we kind of move things around year by year, considering that we all have different roles each term, just really we want to be able to support not only the community, but make sure we're not spreading ourselves too thin at the same time. So
being effective in the use of your membership base. So part of the fundraising you do is through membership.
Yes.
So people can write a check to join. And what's your person, your ideal member that you're looking for? I was thinking avatar, but I didn't really want to use that word.
So I really want to get into the emblem for a second on that question.
Yes, okay.
So we have here an hourglass. The ideal member is in your 20s and 30s, all the way to 39 to 40. So that's the ideal. People who have the heart to give back to the community, it's all volunteer-based. So really striving to go the extra mile. Somebody who maybe has had experience in working with youth or is passionate about it and willing to dive headfirst into what that takes. The hourglass, again, representing time. Time is limited within this club. Something I really like to hone in with a lot of our members is this is such a good club to use as a stepping stool into gaining more experience in the nonprofit world. If you are in your early 30s or in your early 20s and you're ready to maybe see what that looks like, the Active 2030 Club is a perfect way to segue into maybe you want to get into Lions, maybe you want to get into Rotary. What does that look like? Because the more equipped you are in community relations, public speaking, teamwork, a big part of this organization is friendship and gaining that friendship and knowing that you can have that community engagement and effectiveness at the end of the day.
Thank you. Sean, do you have anything to add to that?
I do not. That was very well put.
Well, I have noticed that I've lived here since I was a long time, 4 years old, 1978 is when I moved to El Dorado County. So I'm very familiar with what you've done over the years and wasn't familiar with the women's or the female branch until just recently. And you guys have a lot of fun. Like I know that I've seen you guys meeting at breweries, and we've done some things together in various incarnations when different presents, different, whole different groups. Everyone's aged out that I know of now. I'm definitely not in my 20s or 30s, so I am not the candidate for your membership base. But like I said, it looks like you guys have a lot of fun. I've seen you do pub crawls. I've seen you be major supporters of a lot of the downtown businesses and really make it a point to frequent different businesses and make it be known. You make your presence be known. So kudos. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank you.
That you're spreading the wealth.
Yeah, that's a big part of how we, embody that is making sure that we take our time to visit other places, not just on Main Street, but Shingle Springs, Cameron Park, all throughout El Dorado County, considering we are El Dorado County strong.
Yeah, so their meetings aren't boring if you're interested. I think there's beer sometimes, there's cocktails involved, there's fun, there's friends. I've witnessed it. So outside of memberships and some of your events, how else can our community out there help you in your mission?
Charitable donations are always nice.
And how would one do that?
That is a good question. How would one do that? Can you help me out here with this one?
Yeah, so currently at our table, our website, as well as our social media, we have direct lines to our donation-based spaces, PayPal, Venmo, all that good jazz. But right now, what we're trying to do is get the word out about supporting a local high school, Union Mine High. We have a big presence online, social media, and we want to make sure that the community knows that whenever they see us tabling, we're not just standing out there to look pretty. We are out there to get the word out about how we can directly, again, give back to those without. I've been telling people this, and I don't know if this is the right time to say it, but Union Mine alone, I don't know if you knew this, their homeless population is at a whopping 8%, just that school. So our goal is to see how this pilot program will work in supporting their peer advocacy group, and then moving around to different high schools and seeing if this will have the same effect, making sure that, again, getting the word out, it's basic needs. We want students thriving, not surviving in school.
So what specifically do you do with, what's your specific goal with Union Mine and supporting those students?
So right now we are working with their peer advocacy group, which is a class dedicated to stocking their den, and that meaning their boutique. So their boutique supplies not only school supplies, basic shoes, clothes, things of that nature, but also food. Snacks is a big thing. So right now we're partnering with Safeway, Target, Walmart, just standing in front and just saying, hey, you got a minute to talk about what is needed for these students who go home without. And it's heartbreaking, but
so are you looking for physical donations for that objective or monetary only?
Both, yeah, definitely. Okay. So take those donations.
Clothing. Gently used, clean clothing.
Yes, new, gently used, individually packed snacks, and we take those directly to the school to make sure that they have those stocked.
Do you have a drop-off location for these sorts of things?
We currently are just posting in different locations, making it, again, known to the community that we are there. But reach out to us on our website.
I mean, we should have had a collection here tonight, right? We'll have to put that on the calendar.
Not too late.
We're happy to be a collection spot for these sorts of things.
Thank you very much.
For sure. Especially springtime is coming. I'm sure. I literally picked up a few brand new backpacks at Office Max when they were closing, and I got them specifically to donate to a cause. So there you go. I have that.
Thank you.
But springtime, people clean things out, and there's people in need. So, and just in general, anything else that any other projects outside of the Union Mine? That's an astonishing figure, actually.
Yeah.
8%.
Yeah. So with that as well, and I'll let Sean speak on this, but we have two.
You can come up and deliver your note.
We have two give back shopping sprees. The women are in charge of the back to school shopping, which happens every year in September. And then the men take the lead on the Christmas shopping. So that is, we collect backpacks, we get involved with the local Walmart and are able to partner with other organizations like CASA, direct group homes, things like that, where people can sign up, do the application process, and shop for whatever they need to go back to school. That's one of our big yearly things. We're trying to raise donations for monetary. That way we are well equipped to take as many families as we can.
Do you have an annual goal for fundraising?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, the more is always better, obviously. We want to try to reach out and help as many families and in the community as we can.
And how many families do you look to help, or how many have you helped? Maybe it's a better question.
That's a good question. I know we do quite a large number for our Christmas giveaway. We also give away money for college scholarships. We try to reach as many individuals as we can with that. What else do we do? Shopping sprees. Yeah, shopping spree. Thank you. And I mean, like I said, all of our events are usually free, so you guys are always welcome to come out to them. I don't know.
So our goal for our back to school shopping, and again, that's a yearly figure, is anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000. Again, being able to create more monetary donations for our community means that we get to help more.
Right.
So, each family can walk away with a good stock, get them prepared. And so much of that preparedness not only takes that stress off of families, but builds that confidence that not everybody has the opportunity to get,
It's very true. You guys are doing good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add before we open up to maybe any questions we might have out there?
I just want to shout out to our motto: one never stands as tall as when kneeling to help a child. Just remember that. Take that home with you. Put that in your backpack.
Thank you. Does anyone out there have any questions for our guests here?
We could always use help with sharing our events and our fundraisers. It's free to do if you have Facebook or Instagram. You see us promoting for an event, whether it be for in the community and outreach, whatnot. All it takes is press that share button, and that's free to do to help us gain knowledge in our community.
Thank you. So for those of you out there, sorry, hold that thought. For those of you out there on the internet that can't hear us, that are live, the audience has suggested that sharing events is really helpful on social media, just getting the word out there about these clubs and their objectives. Yes, awareness is key for all events, and letting your friends know, getting involved. It's a very casual group with a huge impact from what I've observed. So I think it's a really worthy nonprofit, worthy for our community, and you guys are looking to impact young people and families all throughout Eldorado County, and I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks,
thank you.
Jen.
Yes. Yes.
How has your involvement in this organization helped you grow as a young adult, and what would you tell somebody possibly looking at our organization on what specific examples you would use to?
Would you like to come up here and put that in the microphone so that they can hear us out there and hear the answer?
That was a good question,
Yes,
actually.
I'd love that. That's an excellent question. I couldn't possibly rephrase it. Another one of our active 2030 Club members. Here, you can have the mic, my friend. What's your name?
My name is Chris Ibanez. I'm also in the 2030 Club. So,
It's out there.
oh, sorry, this way.
There you go.
Well, crap, I just
What was
lost
your
my train of
question?
thought.
Membership. How have people grown?
Can you provide any examples on what you feel this club has provided you in terms of growing as a young adult and as a professional in our community?
Yeah. Being a part of the 2030 Club has helped me with leadership skills, communication. Definitely the camaraderie within the group and the organization has been wonderful. I've learned a lot of new things. Coming from more of a blue-collar background has helped me with a lot of clerical work, the understanding of how things flow and move in fraternal organizations such as us. It's been very beneficial for outreach to other people, being able to partnership with organizations and businesses in the community, being able to reach out to people.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not very good at public speaking, I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
Sylvia, same question.
So, just as I was speaking earlier, it's a big stepping stool. It's just opportunity to grow your skills, gain that friendship. I am not an El Dorado County native, I'll tell you straight up. I came here with no friends, and I'm looking at a room full of friends now. And it's the most, not only rewarding, but I get to use the skills that I've gained over the years of my own professionalism. And the biggest takeaway for me personally is delegation. I don't think people understand when you are in a group full of powerful women how hard it can be to say, you got this, right? And giving that opportunity to others to grow as well has been an eye-opening experience for me personally. And it's teamwork, it's integrity, it's friendship, it's all the things that I never thought I could experience, knowing where I started professionally and just leveling up completely. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Good question.
Chris Ibanez, thank you. Thank you. I hope I said that right. All right. Thank you, Sylvia Puthuff and
you.
Sean Cahill
Appreciate it.
from
Thank
the
you.
Active 2030 Club, respectively, with an S. And if you guys have any more questions or any other questions or want to chat with these two, they'll be mingling, and you can ask any questions. Do you have a raffle or something?
Yeah, we got a raffle
what's
going
that?
on. If you're watching from home, come on down, do the raffle. And anybody who's here, of course, get your raffle on.
Some cool prizes over there. So check that out at the front table. And again, we'll be available for any questions for the next half hour or so, and mixing and mingling. So
Thanks,
thank you.
Jen.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much.
Thanks.